Hey guys, it's SBerry. Welcome back to my channel, CreatorSim. I'm really excited about today's video, and I actually have to thank one of my Twitter followers, Rayleigh. See, I was in a total slump. I wasn't really quite sure which direction to go in, and I was just having major, artist block with this one build I was working on, and she recommended going in the opposite direction, and that lot was in Vitalton, and coming here to Oasis Springs, and it ended up being a fantastic decision. Because it really inspired me to use some colors and some landscaping that I don't get the opportunity to have that much fun with. Anyway, so as you can see here, I'm trying to figure out what I want this house to initially look like. I was a little frustrated at first because I thought it looked sort of container-esque, and I was really trying to go for more of a mid-century modern. But I wanted it to have an interesting floor plan, so I think at the end, it eventually ended up turning out okay, but I was worried at the beginning because I feel like all my builds have been container builds lately, so. Anywho. I do like what I did with the tiles by the front door. I never do that. I never use flooring really for the exterior landscaping, which I should because it looks so clean and just trim. So I really like the way it looks. I never use it. I don't know, I get lazy. So I'm glad I ended up doing that. I think it really turns out well. And I like that I added this skylight. I do wish that it had kind of lined up to be in the living room, and I know that with a little bit of extra effort I could have made it do so, but I like that it's sort of right in the middle of the house, and it hangs over the bedroom. Oh, speaking of this house, it is a technically one-bedroom home, but I do have sort of a loft space upstairs. Now there's no closed area. Of course, if you were to download this lot, you could absolutely make it so. So I just kind of have a Murphy bed up there and some activities and skills for my Sims to do. So now I'm kind of happy with how the exterior looks. So I'm going inside and kind of adding all the doors and figuring out the best way for the floor plan to work out. And thanks to the Eco Lifestyle Pack, I've actually been using this this kind of roof terrace bit quite frequently lately, but I kind of like it. I used to love getting on top of my roofs and stuff like that when I did live in a house. I'm in an apartment now, but that was a fun experience to do. So if I had an actual place to do so on my roof, I would absolutely use that. Okay, so I had a lot of fun with the pool here. And a lot of fun with the landscaping. In fact, I may have gone overboard with the cacti, but I don't care. I wanted the lot to look overgrown, and I don't know if you guys know what cacti look like overgrown, but they're massive, they're crazy. So that was kind of the look I go for because I do a lot of overgrown lush and green lots, so I figured I can do the opposite. So I don't know, I had fun with it. I think it looks great. If it's a little too prickly for you guys, you're more than welcome to delete some plants. Now, I wasn't super happy with the way the backyard came out, all of it. I do love the pool section and this little plant area I'm doing right now. I do really like how those came out. But I think the little patio space I made back there, I could have done more with it. I think I just put a couple couches in the end. A little bit of a seating area and a working table. I did want to add a grill. I can't remember. Oh no, you know what? My Sim was too broke. So I thought of the grill after I had already added the Sim I wanted for this lot in here. And oh my gosh, she's so cute. Wait till you guys see. I did include her in the captures, which I haven't been doing lately. Because I've been honestly being lazy. So I had a lot of fun doing that. I don't know. I've been really toying. I know I said this in my last couple of videos, but toying with the idea of a Let's Play. And I don't know if it's just because I've had some really good custom content hauls, but I'm really excited about some of the Sims I've made recently. I don't know, we'll see. Because, for this lot, I definitely do play the list a little bit. I play test to make sure everything works okay. And also for the seasons. It wasn't too much an issue here in this world because Oasis Springs is a desert landscaping, so there really isn't much snow. It does get windy and stuff and rain. Anywho, but most of the time if my Sims in the game are in the winter or something and I need the Sims to do the the captures at the end. Then I have to play to summer normally, which is the best lighting and landscaping looks best in my opinion. And I do make, use of that time and play, and normally I just boost my sim skills up. And I think that's why I don't really have fun with gameplay, and I am more of a builder. It's just because I get bored just making my sim do the same thing over and over again initially. So I've been considering like some Sims challenges, or even getting inspired watching other people's Let's Plays. You guys get so excited. And I really think that's something that I need to do to kind of get my headspace to be able to do a Let's Play successfully. I've tried to record myself playing live, and I feel like I just kind of trail off or get distracted. But I think if I were on Twitch and had people watching me, it might be a little bit more motivation, but doing Let's Plays by yourself is kind of... It's tough and a little boring. Okay, so I know it's a little bit overkill with all the cacti, but I'm going in and adding some on the roof. And I hope my text didn't just mess up my recording. I'm a little frustrated. I was able to record perfectly with my headphones plugged into my laptop. But the sound has just been off the last couple times I've done it, and I don't know what has changed or what is different. And I have made changes and tried out different things, and it's still the same scenario. So I'm recording on a separate app on my phone, and then uploading that audio to the video. So anyways, yeah. And I really wish that I had remembered to look up the Strangerville cacti when I first initially started landscaping. I had set a bunch of just regular ones beforehand, so I think that's why the landscape ended up looking kind of cluttered. But I personally really, really like it. I am from the West Coast. I spent most of my formative years in New Mexico and El Paso, Texas, for example. So this was kind of the usual landscaping, and I've been in Nevada for 2 decades now. So yeah. This lot actually kind of reminded me, or at least this rooftop section here sort of reminded me of my grandfather's old house, and I'm not really even sure why. The wall isn't even the same texture or anything, but he had some prickly pears back there. They would flower and they were so pretty. So I'm moving back home to live with my mom, which kind of sucks, but it's the best thing for my current situation, and it'll do us some good. I do miss them. And it is nice to live with people. I've been living alone for a little while. Anyways, where was I going with this? Gosh, guys, I totally lost my train of thought. I just started thinking about moving back home. Let's see. What was I talking about before that? My grandfather's yard. Oh. When I'm moving back home to my mom's house. Okay, so she has a yard and all this stuff, and I've been living in this tiny apartment, and I'm obsessed with plants. So it's really become quite an issue as far as just, I don't have enough sunlight in my apartment, and I ran out of space. And then it causes some plants to get neglected, so I'm kind of tapped out on the amount of plants that I can have. So my mom's backyard is pretty barren. It's just rock. And it's a pretty small yard, and mostly just rock and concrete. So I'm going to plant some aloes and whatnots. Just in pots, though, because, we're renting, so nothing permanent. But it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Oh my gosh, so I have not really been talking about this build. So here I am in the kitchen, which, I don't know why, I struggled with the kitchen and also this outside area, too, which I don't think ended up being what I wanted it to be. Maybe it's because it's not as private and secluded as maybe like a little dining and sitting area would be. I don't know. I shouldn't talk poorly about this build. I'm really, really happy with it, so... In fact, I am playing in it right now, and I got some really great captures of this gorgeous sim I just made. And again, I know I said earlier, that's why I'm getting excited about, gameplay, just because I am making way prettier sims. I found a bunch of Max's match stuff, and oh my gosh. I love it so much more than the other custom content I was using, just because it fits the game so well, and it doesn't look forced, I guess. Like some custom content you obviously can tell does not belong. So, anyways. Alright, so I'm kind of deciding on some coloring, and I know that the bedroom's a little weird, like you've got this orangey tone wall. But I like how the bedroom ended up coming out. I mean, it's a little plain Jane, I think, but it works. I did get some great pictures of my sim in there with the lighting I ended up putting in the corner. So I've been doing this a lot lately with the showers, just sort of using objects and windows to make new showers, essentially. I'm bored with the ones that I have, or at least in the game, and I'm not using custom content in these builds. I do actually love the way this bathroom comes out, and I do make it multi-purposeful, if that's the right wording, so that I can go ahead and put the washer and dryer in there. And I have no idea why I do this. I went a little crazy with the little golf, or the planter things from the debug menu. And I went ahead and added one in the foyer for whatever reason. I don't know, I thought I was going to add more plants, but I kind of like it the way it is, with nothing. So I kept it as so. I wasn't sure, honestly, about adding the planters to the landscaping. I thought it maybe made it look a little bit too green, and I don't know. I do think it still looks good, but I definitely didn't need to add the planters. Okay. The lighting in this room is weird, I have to admit, but I really like the way it came together. Like I said earlier, I got some really good pictures of my sim underneath that standing lamp and chair. Just because I noticed normally I just add a bunch of the saucer lights and just blast my sims with blinding light, so I figured I'd try and work on my mood lighting capability, so that was my attempt. I do really like the way the living room came out. I needed some neutrals. You see, like, it was sped up there because I wasn't recording on accident, so I had to go back, or at least replace all the objects for you guys on camera. We're just about done-ish. I'm sort of just looking over the finishing details, I suppose, making sure everything is good. I wish I was better at decorating, and I know I've said this before, but working on one room and then moving on to the next, but that is something I sort of struggle with. I'm all over the place, and I know that when you speed it up, it can look kind of chaotic and dizzying for the viewer, so I'm trying to work on being still, and it is challenging, okay? I'll get there, though. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So it is only one bedroom technically, but I did add this loft section up here with the Murphy bed. And some activities. You know, I did not check to see if that bookcase worked. I did end up shrinking it just a little bit because I did not like how it cut into the wall trim. So that's me making an effort at trying to clutter. I really do love those paintings that came with the Tiny Living. Honestly, I love a great deal that came with Tiny Living. I wish the color schemes were a little bit better, but they're not awful. And I think the Murphy bed and some of that furniture fit really perfect in this build style. It's sort of like retro mid-century, you know. Oh my gosh, I should have added a flamingo in the pool area. I'm gonna do that. If I play this game tonight, I'm gonna add a flamingo. Yes. So I think this house may have been potentially, no, I don't think it would have been starter friendly. I don't know, I thought it was going to be sort of close, but because these lights are $100 and it did not look, nor do I know if they have a debug option for this, so I added so many of these lights. I am kind of curious how much it would be without the lights. I really thought they made it, I mean, the cacti were so pretty, and I wanted the house to kind of look nice at night, but I didn't want to add big ugly lights to the exterior. so I thought maybe I'd try and light up the landscaping. I don't know yet how I feel about the mailbox. I do think it fits in. And for whatever reason, I did not want the trash to be seen from the first entrance from the gate, so I added that little wall there with the window that matches the very front of the house. And here I am just adding some stuff to the rooftop. So I add this little table here, and as far as activity goes, I just go ahead and add a yoga mat and the meditation thing. I think some of the bugs from Eco Lifestyle would be a good idea, as well as the beehive, which I always think is a good idea. And of course, you always need the chess table, in my opinion. It's the best way, I think, for your Sims to gain logic, or it's my favorite way. Just plop them down and let them go. I really love these little white blinds I use there in the corner. I've been using these a lot lately. If placed in the right position, the lighting is just really pretty coming in. Oh good, I forgot I added instruments. I really love that brown feature for the keyboard, which I think comes with City Living. I may be wrong, I'm not sure. But it's so retro and just really, really cute. So here I am trying to clutter up the wall a little bit. I'm sort of trying to stick to a neutral color scheme, as you can tell with the rest of the house. Which for me was kind of hard. I never really used these light beige colors and browns. In fact, normally I despise browns in builds. I mean, if it's done right, it's okay. But I mean, my go-tos are like grays and things like that. Does anyone else think that little boy painting is kind of creepy? Honestly, I only ever choose it because the frame matches so many other paintings, but I think the painting's creepy. I want a bunch of more paintings. You know, I always forget about the gallery. I need to start using the gallery more for paintings. I used to. I don't know why, I just got distracted and have notes. And you know what, I'm making all my builds eco-friendly if it's applicable. And it's pretty windy in the desert. I can tell you that firsthand. So here I am adding that little fence I added around the front up on the roof. I kind of like the way it turned out. And again, the satellite that I have been favoring lately. I still don't know if I picked the right coloring for the exterior of the house. Oh, and also I'm frustrated because so many of the cacti were peeking through the roof. I got most of them, and then after a bit I thought that I didn't care too much. So I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much. Although I did realize in the bathroom it was kind of bad, and I wish I changed that, but I think it's a great build, so, you know, I can have a couple mistakes. Alright, so it took me a minute. Like I said, I struggled over the kitchen, and here I am changing out the cabinets. I did go ahead and leave that end cabinet from, I think, the patio pack, only because I really don't like the triangular edge for those cabinets. Although I do think they're fitting for the style and very retro looking, and honestly could have probably been pulled off in that kitchen. It just wasn't going to work for what I wanted. So I think that the stone counter edge lined up pretty well. I still don't know how I feel about the table, but with the, what do they call them? Pin needle legs. The tapered legs on the table and the chairs, which that pack is from the bowling night pack, I think it turned out really well. So last minute I decided to change the tile outside. I just thought that this brown stone was a little bit more accurate to what we have out here in the West. Lots of browns and like terracotta oranges and stuff. So again, I'm bouncing all over the place, trying to add some last minute decorations. And that's about it. Anyways, guys, the captures are on their way. She is so stinking cute. I really hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day.